Hey everybody, it's Sarah. Welcome back to the Scrappery. I am continuing working on my girls' birthday mini album. They have their birthdays 3 days apart, so we end up doing a lot of activities that kind of last week of January, and I have brought you through my process of making this kind of like a smash book, junk journal, kind of just haphazardly thrown together, kind of looking on purpose, kind of half journal, half mini album. So what I did is I printed out a bunch of 3x4s, a bunch of 4x6s, and I think I printed about 10 5x7s to go on these 6x8 kind of just raw paper pages. And I am using, of course, the beautiful Lilly Kits, and I'm also using some of the Crate Paper girl collection that came out, the cute girl collection that came out about probably 6 months ago. And I'm also doing a lot of handwritten journaling, which is quite different for me. Usually I use my typewriter. I do have the new We Are Memory Keepers typewriter, but I wanted to use my new Allie Edwards pen a little bit, and I feel like I don't get my handwritten journaling in there enough. So anyhow, I am basically just using offcuts of 12 by 12 papers from the Cute Girl collection and from the Lilly Kits, and I am using I actually got some new tape runners or some new adhesive runners, and they are the American Craft Sticky Thumb. They're not very good. I got them at Tuesday Morning, which is kind of our version of the reject shop, and I can kind of tell why they're there. They were kind of a little difficult to use, but we made it work because I have not gone to Hobby Lobby to get a refill of my Easy Runner Grand yet. I got lazy and we got busy, and I have not had time to run yet. So I'm really enjoying mixing and matching these two collections together. All of the fun cocoa vanilla stuff that came in the kit, and then also, like I said, the Cute Girl collection. Even though the Cute Girl is a lot brighter than the other one, they really work together well. So what I like to do on my mini albums, on those 3x4 photos, is I do like to use just a little dab of adhesive to keep them from kind of moving around. And I've kind of gotten away from over embellishing my 3x4 photos. I like to just add like a puffy sticker or a tiny word sticker, just because those 3x4 photos are kind of small to begin with, and you don't want to cover up the whole darn thing with a bunch of embellishments and stuff. So here I am working on, this was a Saturday, and we took the girls out to the Mall of America to go golfing. And then later that day we went to the Star Wars one that came out last year, because this is obviously January of 2016. And then we went out for dinner. And I'm also using up bits and pieces of the kit that had the kind of more Valentine's themed stuff from Cocoa Vanilla, and I'm getting some of those wood veneer used up too. I'm really proud of myself. There is a beautiful polka dot piece that came in the Lilly kit. And then there is a 5x7 of my daughter holding her cupcake. That was the actual day of her birthday. She wore her birthday shirt to school. And then on our way home from that activity that day, we stopped at kind of a fun grocery store in the cities, and she picked out a big decorated cupcake, and she loved it. There's another one of those wood veneer that I'm getting used up from the earlier kit. I was so proud of myself. And then what I've been loving doing in this album is putting puffy stickers on top of the wood veneer. I've got another 5x7 that is her. After we left the mall, she was absolutely exhausted after that day. And then that is my last tassel from Cute Girl. I got that used up. I was so happy, and I just strung it on the paper clip. And now I'm just trying to make an embellishment cluster that's big enough to place that dream puffy word on there, because I thought, how perfect, she's sleeping, and there's a puffy word dream that I can get used up. And another wood veneer, and I'm using my Tombow Mono Multi to get the wood veneer glued on, because I know that that is going to be sticky enough and it's going to hold while stuff is not in page protectors. Now, this is kind of our last day that we celebrated. My husband's parents came up. They live a couple hours away. We went to the Mall of America again. We went out for dinner, we rode some rides, and then we went shopping at American Girl. that year, my youngest daughter was into the baby ones, and then my older daughter was just starting to get into the like just the full 18-inch American Girls. And now I struggled with this cluster a little bit. I was looking and looking and looking for the cut apart sheet and I couldn't find it. I had it cut in half and I only had half of the cut apart sheet because I knew that there was some labels on there to journal and I wanted to do some journaling. So I just kind of moved on because that's kind of what I like to do. I don't like to get stuck and sit and wait. So there I stuck that acetate heart into that 3x4 pocket and I used my tiny attacher just to staple it on. And then I just added some stickers and some enamel dots to right on the front of the page just to embellish it a little bit more. And now this is the very last day of the week. It is Sunday. The girls are all dressed up in their Sunday best to go to church. And then I had two last little remaining 3x4 pictures and I had an acetate piece and I didn't embellish this last page very, very much. I thought about maybe writing a letter in an envelope and maybe tucking it behind there and maybe just doing like a full page letter to them about their birthdays that year, or maybe tucking it on that back page somewhere. And I'm just going to go back through and try to finish that last 5x7 picture there, because I just want to write down that about Grandma and Grandpa coming up. So now I paused really quick because I printed out that picture of Star Wars. I ran downstairs and just printed out that Star Wars picture and that picture of Canes because I realized that I hadn't really documented that day that we went to the movie at all. So now I kind of slowed it down and you can see my actual process. That is a 4x6 of kind of a cat print from Cute Girl, and then the other one is from the Lilly Kits, and I use the opposite side, which is white with some blue pluses on it. Then I'm going to tuck one of those gorgeous doilies, and that is a great trick, you guys. If you only are going to have half the doily stick out, don't use the whole doily, just use half of it. So that is one of my favorite tricks, cut the doily in half. And then I'm going to make a couple embellishment clusters on that 4x6 as my camera is about to die right now. And then you'll see, yep, voila, came back and I'm all done. So now this is going to be a couple minutes of me just going back through and adding a little bit more ephemera and a little bit more embellishments. This is my favorite part of a mini album. When I finish, I like to just grab all of my supplies, kind of keep them right next to me, and just completely kill it with embellishments, so I really feel that I have really killed my kit or used up my stash a lot, because you get kind of distracted when you're doing a mini album, and I'm filming and editing and all sorts of stuff too, so sometimes like this one and the one before it didn't really get a whole lot of embellished, and I'm really okay with that until the end, like I said, and I like to just go back through and make sure I've got journaling and stamping and dates and everything that I really need to have. So here I'm going to add kind of a lot more. That is a picture of my daughter making a Build-A-Bear cat, so I thought, oh, how perfect, I've got a cat puffy sticker. So I grabbed that cat puffy sticker and I just kept right on going. This was another layout that did not get a whole lot of embellishing from my last video. So I'm just grabbing more enamel dots and some of those beautiful pink Fresh Felicity like puffy sequin kind of things, and just going back through to all my pages and making sure that everything is exactly where I want it and how I want it, and of course adding more glittery fun bits and enamel gems. And I've got some Kaisercraft gems, I've got some Kaisercraft pearls, and then kind of there where there was a blank spot, I just grabbed a roller phrase stamper from my stash. More tiny word stickers, because you can never have enough of those. And I think that is going to just about do it. Now I've got a whole lot of stills here at the end. My new kits should be coming in the mail probably tomorrow or the day after. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get my new kits because they're kind of summery themed, and I have a lot of weeks of project life of last summer to get caught up on. So I'm really looking forward to diving right into those new kits that hopefully will be in my mailbox today or tomorrow. So thank you so much, ladies. I hope you've enjoyed my mini album process. Like I said, this isn't really a traditional mini album for me or really for anyone else. This is very much like a smash book or a junk journal and kind of a 6x8 mini album all combined. So I hope you've enjoyed my process, ladies, and have a great night. Bye-bye.